Oh, what's up, everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Sean, and I'm live from the A3C conference. Had to take a quick second. Just want to do a quick video, talk to a few people, just common topic, and just what I'm seeing. I think I gotta say something about working, right? People having jobs, and so many people are trying to figure out how to get out of music. How to get it out of their job to be in music full time. And here's one thing I think. This is my opinion, right? Don't quit your day job. And I don't mean because you're trash. I'm saying don't quit your day job, because what do most people end up doing when they're trying to push their music? They end up trying to find some money. And if you don't have any money, how are you going to actually be able to push your stuff, right? If you ain't able to push your stuff, how are you going to get seen and be successful in a career? So be patient. I know we get inspired and say, oh, you got to burn every single bridge. But I'm all about practicality. There are some situations where it might make sense. And I understand there's some success stories, right, where it makes sense to actually, go all in at that moment. But until you start to see something, like you got a reason to believe, until you're getting your stuff out, you start to see some drizzle of income, or you see some level of relationship starting to come from it that's leading you to believe that you think you will be making some money soon. You're working against yourself, because everybody's looking for an investor. Be your own investor. There's nothing wrong with being your own investor. Make your money, right? Some people aren't making this level of job, so I got two levels of advice to speak. All right, so one, there's some people who are legit making 100K trying to be an artist, right? And when I say making 100K, I mean at their regular job, making 100K, 60K, 200K. Real people out there. Some of y'all might not believe it, but there are people who want that, right? They prefer to be an artist, and I get it. That's the dream, and you want to be able to make money off of that. Don't quit that job just to go be an artist, right? Take that money, live far below your means, and put that money into your art. And you don't even need to run that money initially. Like, you don't need to run through that money straight off the bat. You need to kind of run lean like you don't have money. Why I say that is because most people got to learn the business, and a lot of people get finessed and all those things at the beginning. So start there. And if your job is taking too much out of your time, this goes for everybody. If your job is taking too much out of your time, yes, I make 200K, yes, I make 50K, yes, I make 60K, whatever, but it's taking too much time, so I'm not able to even do my music, then find a job maybe that makes less money, right? But save that money that you have from the other job and find a job that makes less money but still allows you to go full on in what you're trying to do. But you don't have to try to sacrifice all of your income, because the money for the music is going to take a minute. And if that money is not going to last you for a long time, then you're just going to end up running out of money and not having the own push to do what you need to do for yourself. And end up like so many people who just start to figure out, you know what, I need an investor, I need a label, I need somebody else to make my dream happen. If you want to be in control of your own situation, you got to think that way. I'm going to be my own investor and grind it out and be patient. Now, I ain't say anything to the people who work at McDonald's, work at some other job that's not really paying 50, 60K. A lot of people are like, I would love to make 50, 60, 100K. Matter of fact, some of y'all, if y'all were making 100K, and y'all wouldn't even want to be an artist anymore, to be real. But the people who are at that type of job, now you're working with something different. You're in a situation where, one, you do need to save and try to be able to spend whatever you can on your artistry, but losing your job and replacing your income might not be as high as a risk and as hard to do as some of these other jobs, right? It's harder to replace a 100K job than it is to replace a 200K, 30K job, right? So you gotta gauge that. Like, everything is contextual, right, to what you got going on. If you have a situation where you aren't making that much money anyway, and then you start to see a little blip and music is replacing your income, then okay, right? Like, get into that. Or maybe you can quit for a second and then live super low, live super cheap, be on somebody's couch for a little bit, and then, okay, if stuff isn't working fast enough, I'm gonna go get another $12 an hour job, right? Those are easier to find. They're not the easiest to find, but they're far easier to find than some of these other jobs, right? So you kind of have to gauge it, but just mentality-wise, in general, please, look at your own self as an investor. Be your own investor, because if you want to be independent, you got to learn how to make money anyway. Like, it's not just do this regular music stuff. If you want to be independent, you have to figure out how to take whatever money that you do happen to get and reinvest it to make more money. All right? If you don't have an entrepreneurial mind, if you aren't moving like an entrepreneur, not just reading these things, not just saying you got an LLC on paper, that's not what an entrepreneur is. Entrepreneur is an action, right? People get addicted to the title. It's an actual action, a way of doing things, a way of thinking. So if you're not going to do that, cool. Indie probably isn't for you. Trying to grind it out on your own to become an artist and be successful and make an actual living off of this is probably not for you, no matter what you think you got going on, even if you got some songs popping. But on the other end, if you're willing to actually wait it out, be patient, grind it out, invest in yourself, be your own investor, and look at work as just your exchange to get the investment as opposed to giving up royalties, right? Because people get so caught up in this whole 9-to-5 thing not being sexy, or this 8 to 11 or like overnight third shift, whatever you're doing. People get caught up in that not being sexy, but at the same time being practical. Okay, you give away some hours as opposed to giving away equity in your company. Doesn't that sound like a better deal long term? People are more quickly giving away equity in their company or paying high interest rates or doing something that just like giving away actually full ownership of their product, right? Their assets, their music, their masters, as opposed to just saying, you know what, let me just go work this job, make this money, and then go, handle my situation how I need to. And maybe it might take an extra year, but I own all of it. So on the back end, it's going to be far more beneficial. And right, I'm not going to catch myself in a slump. I run out of money now. I got to find money just to live before I find money just for my music. No, if you're in a situation where you got money to live, now just look for money for your music. Even if you have a stable job and you don't have a lot of extra money, right? One thing you could do is obviously have a hustle. I was talking to, I think this was Corey the other day. He has a client that has a string of daycares. He's an entrepreneur, has a string of daycares. Artist is dope as well. Like, artist is legit dope. I got artists and clients that are working at corporations. I got clients that are also entrepreneurs doing other things and figuring out how to blow themselves up. There's so many ways to make this thing happen. Bruh, there really are no rules. So stop letting the stigma or this idea of not liking where you are right now or not seeming legit and like you're full on and dedicated make you make bad decisions, right? Because sometimes people are attracted to the story. They think it's sexy to say, I'm going all in. I quit my job and just to dedicate to my music. Yeah, that sounds good. That's great for a story, right? Everybody wants to talk about how they lived in their car and all that stuff. And look, if that is something that you go through, God bless you. That's something to get through. But if you don't have to, there are ways to practically make your career happen, especially maintain more control throughout the situation, as opposed to putting yourself where you're just trying to survive and now you have to make more desperate decisions when it comes to how you can move with your music, right? And the amount that you have to give up because you have less of a choice. So keep those things in mind. Through with this video, I really, really, really adamantly want you guys, or just want people in general, to have the ability and actually a talent to actually become your own investor and thinking about it that way. It is a longer game, I promise you that, but the win is a lot sweeter and it's greater than I have to worry about doing some of these dumb politics things and so many things that I personally get to avoid, right? I'm telling you this because I know it. Just say it that way. I'm telling you this because I know it. It takes longer, but it's sweeter. Far, far sweeter. Other than that, hey, I'm back to this conference, about to hop back on these videos. Y'all be cool. Peace. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like it, you might as well share it. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.